Well, howdy, back again here at the high tunnel and growing vegetables, folks. Right now, I think it's an important thing that we take a look at the possibility of growing as much as possible. Well, you know what I'm talking about. It's 2025, and well, the price of groceries didn't go down, did they? So now we're having to do what we can. Some people are buying chickens for eggs. I've thought about it, but I've got limited space and 2 dogs. That would be a challenge. All right, but my high tunnel's doing well, and it's providing definitely the vast majority of my vegetables right now. If I can get it producing a little heavier, it'll be producing all of my vegetables. So I'm trying my best. And certainly this many tomato plants that I have growing this year, well, that's going to really help with canned tomatoes because I use a lot of them. All right, well, let's take a look inside here and see what all is going on. Oh, do me a favor, like, subscribe, you know, all the stuff that every creator asks of you. Please do that because it makes a big difference in how we rank in other people's search engines. It does help. So that, and also some comments below. I love reading those. Let's take a look inside. Come on. I've got some cabbage you've got to see. I wanted to show you this. You know, for years I've been wanting to grow a big, beautiful honking cabbage with these massive leaves and have it all just look perfect and have a nice head of cabbage on the inside. Right now that head of cabbage is about, you know, it's big, but not as big as it's going to get. So it's got a little more growing to do. But look at this thing. Have you ever seen a cabbage that's quite that perfect? And the funny thing is I planted cabbage here and here and here and just this whole row. This is the only one that came up. But look at it. Okay. So I'm going to get some different seeds so I get better germination. I think that's my issue. And here, look at this. Here I have one of my tomato plants, and these are the ones that I planted back in the end of December. This one's the biggest one I have now, and it's gotten substantially tall, about 2 feet now. These have only been transplanted for about 3 weeks at this time. So they've gone from being about, 6 inches tall to this in a 3-week period. And man, when they start going, look out. Tomatoes will do their thing when they're up and going. And they're really cool. They're fun to, they're just fun. Okay, so anyway, there's that. Behind me, I've got my strawberries growing. I've got some broccoli over here. I've got a bunch of tomatoes in here. That's the majority of the space right now. It's taken up with tomatoes. Oh, let me scoochie myself back here. On the side here, I've also got lettuce growing up here, a few weeds growing up here that need to be pulled. And back here, back here, there's I'm sure there's some strawberries here. Where's my strawberries? Come on now. Give me a strawberry. There's some, but there's a few that are starting to rot because they've been sitting out here because I haven't collected them. Oh, but yes, I've got strawberries growing and more coming up. And these things are really very strong this year. Now I need to do myself a favor and start picking all of the fruits that are out here. Let me see, for example, like this, but it's got a little mold started on the end of it. It's just been hanging in the dirt. So it's no longer so happy. Otherwise, I'd be munching on it right in front of you. Let's see back here. I'll tell you the truth, the other day I was sitting out here and I had quite a few of these to eat, really. Oh, man. Flat delicious. You know, that's the neat thing. You get a strawberry patch started, and once it comes up and it gets vigorous, it shoots out runners. So I got strawberry plants over there, all the way to the side, running back behind me over here. Got some huge lettuce growing over here. It's doing really well, and I've been harvesting off of it. I've also got a load of lettuce inside the house that I've already grown. There's so much growing out here. Let me show you a little better view instead of this narrow view. There we go. So you can see a little bit easier there. As you can see, tomato plants running all the way to this other side. And there's a bunch more right down here. Pardon me if my pan and tilt isn't as good as it should be because, well, frankly, this is hard to do when you're working it from a small tripod and keeping things just right. Now, so down here, there's some of that lettuce. There's the broccoli that I harvested. I have a head, as you can see in the back there, that is bolting, and some smaller heads down here that are coming up. And that's the thing, is once you cut broccoli, if you let it keep growing, it'll produce smaller little heads for you throughout the next couple of months. So it's kind of a neat thing. You don't have to dig them up immediately. Now, it won't be as much broccoli as the original head. And then underneath the leaves of there, I've got some, right there, some chicory growing. That's called radicchio. All right, now. All right down there, I have my chives. Now, those flowers, as you can see, they're starting to die back, but the flowers will now deliver me more chive seeds if I want for that, okay? Really neat thing. So, and there's some more of the broccoli plants to the left of that. Those are going to be giving me some more broccoli if I don't dig them up. Now, I'm going to dig those up because there's things I want to plant there. Probably carrots. And then I'm going to be doing a spinach bed someplace. So, I finished harvesting all of my spinach. We had some delicious spinach this year. Here we go. You see these? I've been harvesting off of this one, and this back one, and this one I've been harvesting from. And look how solid and firm. They're still giving me beautiful, beautiful leaves. These are all just this is a type of lettuce called fusion. It's a cross between romaine and green leaf. So it's like a real firm leaf green leaf that's just absolutely delicious. The leaves, the younger leaves, are very heavily savoyed, and it's really cool stuff. So we got that. Now, right over here next to me, I have some new asparagus that's been planted. Hopefully we're going to see, in fact, right there, I'm seeing a couple of little shoots. Yep. So the asparagus is just now beginning to pop out of the ground. And I'll need to watch closely as I get the weeds out from around it. Well, there it is. I just looked down and I noticed there's a whole bunch of fresh berries just getting started. More blooms coming out on my strawberries. And this year, hopefully my tomatoes are going to do really good. One of them died. This one right here died shortly after I planted it. If I can find a decent tomato to put there, I might just put a seed there and let it just grow up and do its thing. The cabbage did its wonderful thing this year. More lettuce is coming up. I just can't complain. Now, I think it's important that I do plenty of these videos, especially right now, because, hey, times are not so hot for all of us. All right, here we are in 2025, and, well, the cost of groceries is skyrocketing. And if you've got any space at all to grow, definitely grow. Or get yourself some grow bags if all you have is a balcony, or if all you have is concrete to set them on. Fine, do that. Put grow bags out there and grow. You can take like the big 2 or 3 liter Coke bottles, split them in half, and then take each half with the open side up and screw it to a picket fence. Fill that with dirt, and suddenly you're growing lettuce or spinach or whatever kind of greens you want there. That works like a charm, all right? Think about this. Think about how doing things like this might help ease your crunch with the cost of groceries. All right, so consider that. And before I say goodbye, I would like to say please subscribe, like the video, drop something down below in the comments, and let's take a look at the onions before I say goodbye. All right, let's take a look. Well, now, folks, this year I do believe I got me some onions growing. They're bulbing out really nice, so I've got no complaints on them. Now let's take a look down here. Here on the left I have the yellow Texas grano, In the middle there, I have the white Texas grano, and on the far end, I have what we call the Texas 1015s, or the little golden baby, and it takes a pot of gold to grow them. These right here are the Texas 1015s, and they're the ones that get real flat and wide and extremely sweet, which is why they're so highly valued. Valued, not valued. There's no such word as that. Anyway, so that's the reason they're valued. It's because they're super sweet and they just grow really super well in Texas soil. Now, hopefully these are going to continue doing well. I'm seeing some browning on some of the leaf edges, so hopefully nothing happened that'll cause any real damage here. Outside of that, they're getting plenty of water. I need to fertilize them again, and we got onions. So there it is. Thank you very much for watching, and well, have a good day. Next time, maybe I'll be showing the gardens out front, because I'm just now getting sprouting on okra. We've got the peppers planted out there, and then there's also going to be some other plants like squash and some other tomatoes, tomatillos, and cucumbers. Let's see what we can do there. Thank you very much for watching. Folks, you have a good day. Bye-bye.